This week we've been talking about peace, and peace is not the absence of conflict. It's not the absence of a struggle. It's not the absence of difficulty. It is just being put together. It's being held together during a conflict, during a struggle, during difficulty. You can be at peace. You can live with peace of mind, peace of heart, because you are put together. You're held together by Christ. And when you live like that, when you have that knowledge of what peace is, and when you have made peace with God, then you can be at peace with yourself. And today we're going to talk about the most difficult peace, and that is peace with other people. I don't know if you've noticed this or not. Human beings are messy. Human beings are hard to love. Human beings can be difficult. Now, before you start thinking about other people, let me just remind you that somebody thinks you're a mess, and somebody thinks you're difficult, and somebody finds you hard to love. We are all in that same position. Human beings, we just have so much baggage, all of us, that at times we are difficult to love. We are a mess. And it's just sometimes hard to live at peace with the people in our lives. And yet, that is the calling for the Jesus follower. We are commanded to live at peace with everyone. Romans 12:18, Paul tells the Roman church, if possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. So the last part of that verse is the command to live at peace with everyone. That's brothers and sisters in Christ. That's your neighbor who doesn't know Jesus. That's Republicans and Democrats and everybody who's like you and everybody who's not like you. You are called to live at peace with them. But Paul gives us two conditional phrases there. He says at the very beginning, if it's possible. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is not possible to live at peace with somebody. Sometimes to live at peace with somebody might mean that you would have to break one of your bedrock conviction core values as a Jesus follower. If that's what it means to live at peace with them, that's why Paul put that statement in there, if it's possible, because sometimes it's not. Sometimes to live at peace with somebody, to make somebody else happy, you might have to sacrifice some things, but Paul is saying don't sacrifice the things that are important to you. And then he says, so if it's possible, and as far as it depends on you, when you think about your role in the conflict or disagreement, you just be sure that you're not the reason you can't live at peace with that person. You make sure you don't do anything to be the reason that there's no peace. I'm so grateful that Paul put these two qualifying statements on the command, because the truth is not all conflict is resolvable. Not all struggles find an end. Not all difficulties can be solved. And so when you have a relationship with a person, as far as it depends on you, you do everything you can to live at peace. You humble yourself, you offer forgiveness, you ask for forgiveness, you try to make things right as far as it depends on you. But it's not always possible to live at peace. Some people don't want to live at peace, but you don't have to be the reason for the conflict. And so Paul is saying, as a Jesus follower, it is a priority, since we follow the God of peace, that we live at peace with everybody in our lives. We need to be the ones that make the effort to do everything we can do to be at peace, with the understanding that sometimes it's not possible, and some relationships on this side of heaven will never be mended. They'll never be whole. They'll never be put back together. And that's okay. You just do everything you can to live at peace. Peace is something that we desperately, desperately need in our very anxious, very busy, very hectic world. And I am thankful that in the scriptures we are told over and over that Yahweh Shalom is with us. The God of peace is with us. He's your source of peace today. So walk with him and let his peace surround your life.